Imagine waking up and feeling like a heavy fog has settled over your mind. The world seems colorless, your energy is gone, and even simple tasks feel impossible. This is not just sadness, it is depression, a condition that affects millions of people worldwide. But what is happening inside the brain when someone is depressed? Today, we are pulling back the veil on how depression alters brain chemistry. We will explore the science behind the symptoms, uncover the invisible changes in the brain, and reveal why understanding these changes is crucial for finding hope and healing. Stay tuned as we break down the mysteries of depression and its impact on the brain's chemistry. Depression is more than just feeling down or having a bad day. It is a serious mental health disorder that affects how a person thinks, feels, and acts. Symptoms can include persistent sadness, loss of interest in activities, changes in appetite or sleep, fatigue, and even physical pain. Depression can last for weeks, months, or even years, and it can interfere with daily life in profound ways. While many factors contribute to depression, from genetics to environment, one of the most fascinating and important aspects is how it changes the brain's chemistry. Understanding this can help us see depression not as a weakness, but as a real medical condition that deserves attention and care. At the heart of our brain's function are tiny molecules called neurotransmitters. These chemical messengers allow brain cells, or neurons, to communicate with each other. The most well-known neurotransmitters involved in mood regulation are serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. Serotonin helps regulate mood, appetite, and sleep. Dopamine is linked to pleasure, motivation, and reward. Norepinephrine affects alertness and energy. When these chemicals are in balance, we feel stable and able to cope with life's challenges. But when something disrupts this balance, it can lead to the symptoms of depression. Understanding how these neurotransmitters work is key to understanding how depression alters brain chemistry. So, what happens to these neurotransmitters during depression? Research shows that people with depression often have lower levels of serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. This imbalance can make it harder for brain cells to communicate, leading to the emotional and physical symptoms of depression. For example, low serotonin can cause feelings of sadness and hopelessness. Reduced dopamine can make it difficult to feel pleasure or motivation. A drop in norepinephrine can sap your energy and make it hard to concentrate. Antidepressant medications often work by increasing the levels of these neurotransmitters, helping to restore balance and improve mood. But the story does not end there. Stress is a major player in the chemistry of depression. When we experience stress, our bodies release a hormone called cortisol. In small doses, cortisol helps us respond to challenges. But chronic stress can flood the brain with cortisol, which can damage brain cells and disrupt neurotransmitter balance. High levels of cortisol have been linked to shrinkage in areas of the brain involved in mood regulation, such as the hippocampus. This can make it even harder to recover from depression. Managing stress is not just about feeling better in the moment, it is about protecting your brain's chemistry and long-term health. Depression does not just change brain chemicals, it can also alter the brain's structure and the way different regions communicate. Brain imaging studies have shown that people with depression often have reduced activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making and self-control. There may also be changes in the amygdala, which processes emotions, and the hippocampus, which is involved in memory. These changes can make it harder to regulate emotions, remember positive experiences, or plan for the future. The good news is that with treatment, some of these changes can be reversed, showing just how adaptable the brain can be. Why do some people develop depression while others do not? The answer lies in a complex mix of genetics, environment, and brain chemistry. Some people are born with genes that make them more vulnerable to depression. Others may experience traumatic events, chronic stress, or difficult life circumstances that trigger changes in brain chemistry. Even factors like diet, exercise, and sleep can influence neurotransmitter levels. It is important to remember that depression is not anyone's fault. It is the result of many factors coming together, and understanding this can help reduce stigma and encourage people to seek help. The big question is, can the brain's chemistry be restored after depression? The answer is yes, though it often takes time and the right treatment. Antidepressant medications can help boost neurotransmitter levels, but therapy, lifestyle changes, and social support are also crucial. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, and good sleep can all help rebalance brain chemistry. Mindfulness and stress management techniques can lower cortisol and protect the brain from further damage. With the right approach, many people can recover from depression and regain their sense of well-being. The brain is remarkably resilient, and healing is possible. Depression is a complex condition that goes far beyond feeling sad. It alters the very chemistry of the brain, affecting everything from mood to memory. but understanding these changes is the first step toward healing. If you or someone you know is struggling with depression, remember that help is available and recovery is possible. Knowledge is power, and by learning about the science behind depression, we can break the stigma and support each other on the path to wellness. For more informative and expository content like this, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Veil Breaker channel. Together, we can lift the veil on mental health and build a brighter future.